Let's get the mic. We got nice. Alright. Alright, so tonight's war is Agents of Chaos, the group that I'm in, versus Orfaos, the Forca. So this should be interesting. This is not a common opponent we draw. And not exactly sure of the punch up, punch down, so I'll go check it out. Let me see if my alliance has actually already stated what it is. I can kind of cheat. Nope. So let's look it up. So if you're ever curious about how to find alliance, at least in the top 100, you go to Power Leaderboards, Strongest Alliance, and then it usually shows the top 100. And I think we're somewhere around 70, something like that. So I'll see where these guys are at. And it looks like they're 88, 230K. I'm sorry, 230 million. And we're 234. It's about a 4 million punch down for us, which is very interesting because we don't get punch downs very often. And even more so because this alliance has significantly less trophies than we do. So it's strange that they're punching up into us. But hey, and it says down here, this is a 4 mil punch down. So a lot of our attacks will be punch downs. Cool. All right, so let's see how this goes. Looks like they're launched into the attack. So tonight, kind of just hanging out, chat with you guys, see what you guys think about the new arena, Mojo, a real-time arena with Mojo. What your thoughts are on that. Just kind of going through war and just kicking back and enjoying the game tonight. I'm going to try to find a good Mojo image. And I don't really know what is an iconic Mojo image, so I'm kind of gonna guess here. That one's pretty good. Like a few of these. Let's see if there's an attack out yet. My thing here, let's see. Well, this one's not too bad. It's a little hard to decipher though, I would say. Let's see if I can find one better. That's not completely disgusting looking. He's a nasty mother. Let's take a look. Yee. This guy's gross. So I might just stick with the one I got here. Mojo. Alright, save it. And looks like we'll run through this room. Alright, let me try to add it into the stream. It's going to appear really big at first, guys, so apologize. New photo, Mojo. Add source. Browse. Mojo. Alright, it's going to be really big. I got to zoom this thing down. Actually, it's not too bad. But I still need to reduce the image size. Cool. Let me show. Wonder if I can get this to be. I think I'm gonna move some things around. Wow. I kind of want to show the background of this. I wish it was translucent, but let me see if I can play around with this a little more. Let's throw this over here, there. You guys have seen me kind of messing around with this. Yeah, the game kind of blocks the background, which is cool. I just like the background. See if anyone picks it up. Click. And I'll play around with this some more. And looks like we're out of FD1 already. They're kind of jamming, so this will be interesting. Did they break armory? Yes. Really? All right, give me 1 second. I gotta go check to see the progress. And I'll be right back. No, they're not in armory. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Did they break armory? Oh, I guess there's a bug. It's being reported like that. I guess there's a display problem with how war stats are being reported. I don't have defenders. I'm gonna let somebody else with defenders just take aim. It walks all over them. Defenders are on defense for me. Not that they're any good, but all right. Boom. I'm gonna keep playing around with this. Just want to fit the screen. Take up. Mojo. Good girl. All right. Actually, I need to boost. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to get my boost in, and I'll be right back. All right, done. Attack. And there we are. This is a pretty basic one. I can either take my Inhumans in or take my. What are they doing to war? This looks so much different now. I wish I could change the resolution a little bit. 429. Plus somebody else. I'm punching down 100K. Click the game. Oh shit. Shadow Shark's in. Sweet. So I want to see where Shadow Shark's stats line up. Let me go back. My team stat table. So the curious about the new characters where they line up. I'll show you guys kind of what I'm looking at while we're waiting for a fight. Might be able to take this one. Well, my X-Mon or my Brotherhood should take it. Hopefully this is accurate. Looks like I'm going to have a hard time getting through the tank, but overall I should be able to plow through it. Hey dude, how you doing, bud? Good dinner? Alright, so load up the first fight of this war and see how I do. You're a good boy, buddy. I'm going to start on Taskmaster with Toad to try to strip the offense up. It's pretty much the play you try for. It doesn't always work, but that's the best thing you can accomplish. I'm going to pull him all over to Taskmaster and try to get a follow-up attack on him. Just try to work him down as fast as I can. Sneaky Wakandans. Don't hear that very often anymore. Maybe somebody's doing Mojo's Mayhem. It's a lot of counterattacks. One down. Cool. I got blinds on my Blob and Toad. Cool. Getting ability energy. Pyros is not going to work, so I'll just throw the basic. Blob's still blinded, so basic. And Toad, there's not really a whole lot of debuffs out here. I'm probably just going to throw it anyways to try to get rid of some of the deflects. Throw the taunt up by Jugs. He's not going to be able to get stun Juggernaut through his ult. I'll try to disrupt their taunt, their tank with that. That actually worked pretty well. And then Blob, I actually want to copy out positive effects. That's important. Normally I would use the ult, but I'd rather copy the effects in case this fight goes long. And then here they all have defense up, at least Taskmaster does. So I'm going to try to just work some charges on Juggernaut, or at least one more. Get his defense up off, and then see if I can strip anything here. I got the defense up off, and then now I'll go in for some attacks on Taskmaster. He's about 75k, the tank's a 95, something like that K. The other ones are pretty small, so this one's a little, power levels are all over the place, but see if I can do some damage on Taskmaster. Get defense up again, so I think he took it from Juggernaut maybe. And and that's kind of a problem right now. Is that he keeps getting defense up from my jugs, who's taunting. Just get another charge. I'm doing okay on energy. He got a second attack there because I used Striker on Juggernaut. And here, try to disrupt. Oh, he's got. I can't disrupt him through his green X. I'm just going to keep working on him. Tank's disrupted for one more turn. And I'm getting pretty close. I'm probably going to ult this turn with Juggernaut when he gets his next turn. And that should be the fight. I'm doing pretty well. Another taunt up on Blob from Toad's ult. And GG. Yeah, ran a little long on that one because their tank, you'll see after the match, I think he was low 90Ks. So he was taking a lot of shots there. But yeah, I'm still saving my X4 so I can use them on another, like a bigger Mercs, or I still have my X-Men, I can use them. So the smaller Merc teams, you have more options. So yeah, that was punching down quite a bit, 70K into almost a 100K Merc tank, and then 75K Taskmaster. The rest were really small. So I felt pretty confident that was going to be an easy one. Watch out your armory fights tonight, guys. Watch the powers. They're jumping around when you enter the match. Apparently they're not calculating right early on, and then it'll kind of do like a little blip and adjust. So just keep an eye on that. I think it's starting lower and then it bumps you up. It's not including the armory buff right away. So just something to be mindful of. Our guys are arguing over getting a certain team. So I've already completed my Mojo's Mayhem stuff for the day. I'd probably do some more just for fun. I like PvP, and I'll hop back in here and knock this stuff out. But yeah, I'm level 28. It doesn't take too long to knock it all out. I have some personal opinions I'll kind of talk about Mojo's Mayhem later. But I think it's already been improved. I will talk from the positive side. They fixed the matchmaking to a degree last night to where you can actually search and get into matches really fast. And that was the main thing that was a problem from yesterday when they launched it, was you couldn't find matches and you had to search for a battle, cancel, keep going back and forth, search, cancel, until you landed on one like every 10 seconds, and that was just really tedious. And now you can hop right into a fight and do really well. So like I'll just launch one and boom, it's very reliably getting an opponent for you, and he's probably doing some kind of supernatural objectives. So I'll just throw this one on auto, but the fights are launching much faster. So just from a time and process standpoint to get through your whatever your plan is with the reward structure and what you're going for, there's a route to do it that doesn't involve being a pain in the butt. Really, it's just now the overall matchmaking, not just finding an opponent to fight, but now just somehow getting to fair fights where both sides have a chance. I'm curious how they're going to handle the objectives, because I don't think Scopely was wrong in that Mojo's Mayhem, like from a lore standpoint with X-Men, it is pretty thematic the way it works, where it's like you throw random opponents versus each other, fight to the death, and that's what they were all about for the entertainment, like in the comics, I guess. I think I mainly know them from the cartoon. But I'm not like thematically opposed to the objective characters and teams, but they really need to either really limit the pool of teams and characters we're going to be picking from to somehow make it fair, because when you're leaving the top PvP characters still in the game, but people are playing with some very uncompetitive or non-viable characters versus a PvP team, it just isn't going to go well. Like there's no coming back. Like my team is basically 5 legendaries. I mean, besides Scarlet Witch, a clone, but Sinister might as well be a legendary. Emma's really close to being a legendary. She does almost as much or as more as Ebony Maw does. And then her base stats and Sinister's base stats are very high, especially with their passives. So yeah, it's just random characters are not going to do well to these. So unless they're completely just like dividing up our rosters to say this whole group of like 50 characters can be used, this whole group of 50 characters can't be used, and then you battle them out that way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's right now as good as it's going to be, but it's already improved from last night. They're going to keep making improvements, I hope. I'm definitely looking to the different modes that they're going to launch with this, the events or leagues, and hopefully those will keep narrowing the focus and working on that. But it's a little strange right now where it doesn't seem to have an identity. It's kind of hopping around and doesn't know what to make of itself. All right, Warpath, got to clean it up, bud. I guess he was testing a fight. Oh no, he lost. He lost versus his cards. Where am I looking at? Oh, there's 2 losses. They both lost. So Warpath lost basically a punch across. 30k at 500k is basically a punch across. Looks like he got stuck in the time loop, and that's still the problem with this fight. Well, I don't have a big anti-venom yet, so I'm not using this team. I still run it with Zemo, but almost every war I still see somebody lose this fight because they're getting stuck in the Greg time loop, just round and round and round. Which I keep saying I just don't see this as being the hard counter long term. This seems are going to go somewhere else because they have such a large. There's a very large chance for them to lose this fight when it's not played in a very technical way. I don't know about very technical, in a technical way. And then it looks like we tried a Polytron versus a 610, and that doesn't work. I don't know why we're screwing around with Pietron versus these 600k Marauders. From my knowledge, and again, I could be wrong, he does have a massive War Machine and Falcon, but he's trying to massive punch up when I don't know why we're not just using Black Order. Maybe they gave up. But they're not giving up, so I don't know why we're punching up, saying it should be easy. I should have had it. Why are we punching up? Yeah, I don't get that one. I don't know why we're trying to 120k punch up like as one of our first 16 attacks. It just is unnecessarily risky, and it's fun to lose some fights, but it's just this is a 4 mil punch down. It's basically punch across in the war, so we should be going pretty hard and trying to be clean. I mean, that's what our announcements were too. But I think people just want to test things. They get excited, and that's cool. But most alliances are, unless you're kind of backed into the corner, you don't have any other options. You're not really throwing too many 100k plus punch ups anymore. You'll have a few each war, but not that many. And it's usually one that's a proven hard counter, like X-Force into something. It's usually not something that's so fallible as power armor into Marauders. But cool. Yeah, sorry, man. Yes. Yeah, Kid basically just said the same thing. I just didn't look at it before I typed mine. Yeah. And everyone's apparently saying this, so I'll zip it. Cool, and looks like we're passing on beyond Hanger, which is good. I think that's the right move, even though this is a slight punch down for us. Personally, I know everyone thinks about this differently. A lot of people that are punching down, they always double clear Hanger, but I think that's kind of a trap to a certain regard, unless it's like a large punch down, because it slows you down from getting to their armory barracks. It's better just, in my opinion, in most wars, just to go straight for the main global rooms. If you're punching up, you always want to go for medbay barracks. If you're punching down, it's better just to go straight for their armory. Then you can always immediately come back to Hanger and take it out. But it's better just to take out the main stat advantage that they're gaining from armory. And Hanger isn't as needed now, especially with there's so many strong war attack teams. Having the deflects for your speedy attack teams isn't as big of a deal. Warpath thought we were past this tomorrow review video. Kid Jester posted, and yeah, yeah. That's regarding symbiotes. They're kind of tricky still. I'll definitely need to review them myself. The problem is who gets to go multiple times. So when he gets stuck in a Carnage Venom loop, he's stuck. He Griggs over and over until Disrupt is ready to you and can disrupt Hela. All right. Yep. All right, Sulky Matharu. That's kind of a sad name. I could probably punch up with my power armor into this pretty well. Especially with all those buffs. It's going to be a large punch up though. I don't know if I really want to 365 into 448. I mean, it should be okay. Oh no, it's 404. What? Yeah, 404. It's jumping around. The armory buff is now kicking in after the fact. So I'll go for this one. I shouldn't have too much trouble unless my maybe my Ironheart or Rescue really get pinned down. But otherwise, it should be okay. When they push through the roster changes in this last patch with Mojo, it completely changed the look of our save squads. And Armory is definitely having a different impact on it too. All right, so I'm just going to go for the ability block on Luke Cage. So I'll have 2 cracks at it. Okay, first one landed. That works for me. I'll use his basic. Speed up. And here, the ult's next turn. So I will... I'm actually just going to basic into Iron Fist. Alright, so far so good. Not in any real trouble here. Gonna get the ult out from Rescue. She's done her job. She can perish in flames now for all I care. Oh, my kid. And I'm just going to start knocking some doors down here with Power Armor. Cool. I'm really iffy about Power Armor, to be honest. Not in general, but like, so to speak, but a lot of matchups, they're not like my #1 pick. They're not even my top 9 war teams anymore for attack, so I really don't use them nearly as much, and definitely not anywhere near as critical situations as I normally do, or was doing a year ago. They're definitely tapering down toward usefulness in war offense. They can be a really strong team, especially if you T14 them, but I don't like their sequencing, personally, and I wonder how long they're going to be like really meta viable for offense. They're always going to be pretty good, but there's probably bound to be some new mechanics that come out, and I don't want just their gear tier and power levels to make them viable. I want it to be their kits too. So I've kind of just kept them at tier 12. Besides, I have a really big vision. I like 105k vision, tiers 14, 6 red star. I just moved him off this BKT team and put him back over on power armor, and I moved Iron Man off the team. So that fight was without all the Iron Man 20% crit buffs to his team, and I'm using Vision just because he has a higher stats. So an extra set of buff clears and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'm just trying that out. I might move Iron Man back on the team, but I think I'm 330 with Iron Man and 367, something like that, with Vision. So there's a gap there. So cool. And I'll take this one too. And I can probably beat this with a few teams. So I can beat it with X-Men, of course. I can probably just use my X-Men here. X-Force is overkill. I think I should be able to beat it with these guys too. I'm not really too familiar with the matchup. Kind of want to try it. Defense up, special buffs, 90k Coulson. A little iffy. He's got the strength in all the right places. So I'm gonna just X-Men this thing to be safe. And trying to run clean this war. And it's weird seeing X-23 as an X-Men. It's throwing me off. All right, got him in there. This is definitely a punch down, but they have enough power. Maybe they don't. We'll see. We'll see if they can get my Phoenix down. I haven't used X-Men into Shield in a while. It's been maybe a couple months since I've done this fight. And they repulled the... Well, I haven't used a ton yet, so let me hopefully use Phoenix's special and then have her everything thrown her way. Try to get off of shield security. They were telling all the other characters. Cool. See if I can strip. I want to get over. I know that's going to make security taunt. Oh, it didn't. Lucky. I was trying to get the buff clear off of Fury before he passes it all around. Alright, they're getting close to my Phoenix. There we go. I think Psylocke threw taunt on her. Or maybe Colossus did, I forget. Who does that? I'm going to wait one more turn. He seems to be doing alright on health. And then this next turn I'll pop Cyclops. I don't know if Phoenix is going to die. Looks like she's really close. I'm going to throw the taunt up on Colossus just to keep him off Cyclops. And... gonna work on Medic. Ooh, I almost one-shot her. Alright, get her. Knock her down. You can do it. So close. They're struggling. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's GG. So, Cyclops is going to get a turn here. And this should get close to knocking everyone out except for shield security. Death Proof is the only thing that saved Fury there. Try to strip. Alright, there goes Fury. And yeah, pretty easy fight. Punching down 60k. So that was like an overly safe fight. I get very few punch down wars, which is kind of interesting. Like I'm usually in some wars or alliances that are pretty high in trophies. So I think if we win this, we'll be just shy or right at 1,300. But usually at that trophy count, we're always punching up because we're not that high in total collection power as an alliance. Yeah, so pretty cool. And I think they might be going 2 forked. Let me check. I'll be right back. I think they're going 2 forked. Just going to verify that. They're well ahead of us in participation. Yeah, so they're going down 2 different lanes, and that's why they're ahead of us. Okay, and I'm in hangar, but they didn't attack me. I was going to check my logs there, but... That's the only bad thing about going down one side. It is more efficient, but it's so slow. It's not as fun to, or not as easy to get like quick fights. So I try to hop in there when I can. But we're doing 2 at a time with like technically 24 of us. Usually not. A few of us are normally getting off work late. I'll see if we can get another one. Cool. And S6, I think my S6 is on offense. So this, I'm going to punch down massively against them, but I could probably F4 them too, to be honest. I think with F4, I'm trying to think if there would be any trouble with that fight with F4. I think their defense is pretty weak, so I'm not really worried about them. Um, all right, so they're running the Rhino version. I'm running the Green Goblin version of Sinister Six. So we're, both Black Ox are going to summon Shocker, it looks like, in this fight on both sides. And then I'll throw out the offense downs if I can. And believe it or not, getting the Electro turn is one of the most impactful things there. Because you see, I'll check the powers of the Electros after the fight, but I went first and I put offense down on her. And that way she wasn't able to... wasn't able to land her offense down on me as easily because her focus is dropped by 50%. So that's like one of the pivotal things I've noticed in doing these mirror matches is running that. So I'm putting the ability block over on Doc Ock. Give offense up to my character here. It looks like there's a Discord message, so I'll check out what that is here in a second. I'm going to start getting some of these other characters out of there and keep focusing on Doc. And there goes Be Gone. And then big ol' decent. I'm just going to basic here because he doesn't have any buffs on him. And I need to get a hard hitting ability. And I don't know if that's enough to kill him, but I'll try it. And he's going to heal or get Terminator heal. But I'm still in a pretty good spot here. Hopefully he doesn't get it immediately another turn. Yeah, is he going again? I can't tell. Close to it. That should kill him. Yeah, and GG. The rest of the team is just a little too small. But yeah, pretty easy. But I am punching down 100k, so it's not as intimidating. I'll kill him. I'll hold off, because I think Rhino's going to taunt here. And I don't want to be chasing his passes behind his back. And then nope, I guess I don't have a choice. That AoE'd. Wasn't expecting that. Zip. Zip. Cool. Alright, really easy fight. Again, punching down. So I'll see if I can find some bigger fights. I'm just trying to log my stuff and be clean. But I'll probably hit something bigger in barracks or medbay or one of the globals. And I'm trying to attack quickly because they're flying through us. Since they don't have a heavy defense, I imagine they're going to go for our barracks and medbay first and try to maximize their attacks. Alright, so cargo bay's down. We found their armory. And let me buy some more attacks. Shield. This team, ooh, that is a Coulson version. Okay, so I'm going to whip out my hybrid team and see how big it is. It's 478, so I'm going to roll this into it and see how it does. I'm probably going to stack up on Hawkeye or Hulk. And so this is an Asgardian / Supernatural hybrid team I'm trying out. I've only used it once so far, a couple of wars ago. It did well against a Wave 1 team, but I can't remember. I think it was a Thor version. I don't think it was Coulson. So we'll see how this one goes. And everyone except for Hulk has immunity, so that's already a complication. So I'm going to try to get defense down on him and spread off the Hulk, because that's my only option to get defense down from Loki on somebody on their side. I'll throw the bleeds from Ghost Rider over there. And I need Hela to spread now. Alright, so since they still had immunity, it didn't do as much kind of spread damage as I was hoping for. I'm going to stun the Hulk. And now use Scarlet Witch. So it's a question like, okay, which supernatural characters are most important to keep on this team? Is it Scarlet Witch? Is it Elsa? Is it Doctor Strange? Ooh, and Hawkeye's kicking my butt. He just got like a bunch of turns. I'm going to work on Hulk and try to get him out while he's stunned. That's not going to work. Alright, so Coulson's doing damage over here. Did he stun my Ghost Rider? She did. So this is going all bad. with the Ghost Rider stun there, that hurt. I need to try to get some lines out, and that was resisted by everybody. Throw the basic and try to get it over on Hulk. Scarlet Witch's little health redistribution ability. There goes Hawkeye at least. That's a really big Black Widow, so that's kind of part of the issue here. And let's throw some heal blocks out. Try to get the death proof. All right, there's Hulk. So now I can work on Coulson. Yeah, I just need to get Coulson out of here. And throw a debuff on him with the basic. Sweet, laying the defense down. I'm going after my Ghost Rider. I'm going to try to stun Black Widow because she's resisting everything. So not going super easy. I'm going to try to slow down Cap for a second. And I need to actually just throw the ult out there and get one of their tunes out of the game. So there goes Coulson. I'm going to try to disrupt Cap. Yeah, so he tried to throw the taunt. I'm going to disrupt it again. Health redistribution. Just keep throwing as many debuffs out as I can. You can see that they're healing as we go here. Throw defense down over on Cap. Get more bleeds out. And they're just going to be healing slow. Like you see, like they were very low at one point, but they're healing from the Greg. So every time Greg's dying, Mordo is healing the Supernatural team. And that's kind of the mechanism here, is that every time Mystic dies, Mordo's healing. I finally landed a stun, and that's the problem with my Mordo. He doesn't have the specialty for it, but he's only tier 12. He's not tier 14. And I guess like some of these big tier 14 characters, he needs to be similar gear power to land it reliably because he's going to resist it a lot. But overall, a pretty good fight. A huge Black Widow and Hawkeye. Pretty large size Cap. Decent size Coulson. I mean, pretty well-rounded Wave 1 team. And I wouldn't say that was super easy. There were some low spots there, but came out of it pretty strong. So if you're looking for another team that can punch up a little bit into that squad, this is a hybrid team, Supernatural with Asgardians. The Asgardians being Loki and Hela. You don't have to run both. You can just run one or the other with this team. Hela would be the choice, not Loki. Loki could probably stay on Asgardians. But I'm choosing to bring both over here. I wasn't expecting the immunities, so that one was actually harder than I was expecting because of Coulson's immunities that he granted on shield allies. So I think he threw the immunity on all the shield. So Cap, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and himself. And Hulk isn't a shield member, so he didn't get the immunity. But actually, I forgot that's how it operated, is off of Coulson's passive. And I normally fight Thor versions of the Wave 1 Avengers. So that was something just as an FYI to watch out for if you're using this team or trying to spread debuffs and using Supernatural into it. Watch out because turn 1, all the shield members are going to be immune. So yeah, FYI. So that was a little bit of a punch up. The other ones I was punching down, but pretty easy too. And actually that fight would have been a breeze. If I had a tier 14 Mordo, that fight would have never been in question. It would have been a really simple fight because he's going to land his stun reliably on who I'm throwing it at. And yeah, it would just completely stop all that stuff that they were trying to do. Black Widow made that fight tougher because she was able to stun Ghost Rider there in the middle of the fight. And yeah, if I could prevent that, it's really simple. So yeah, anyways, good stuff. So 164k punch up. Looks like Kid went against, he went rogue. What do you do? Cool. So Sinister 6 into Young Avengers works really well, apparently. I think because they're deflects. Really slows down Young Avengers like spam attack. Punch across. Where's it at? 501 X-Men into Mercs. This is a good attack. I actually don't know what the limits of that attack are, but usually I don't try to punch up into Mercs with anything. So it's that person, Buddy Cooks, definitely knows his X-Men into Mercs matchup really well. Oh, man, he tried a 160k punch up with Brotherhood with Kingpin into Guardians of the Galaxy. That's interesting. No blob either. He knows his team very well. Yeah, I wouldn't have tried it with Kingpin. I wouldn't have thought that would have actually. And it doesn't look like it was easy, but I'm still surprised he got through that so well. I wouldn't have tried that, especially with so many tier 14 um, characters. So I got a dog here like in my throat. That's dicey as hell, but yeah, you got it. I don't know why he's going for that, but no real rush to do that. All right, so I'm going to buy one more attack. I think we're going for the juggler in this one. So buy another attack, and they're still maintaining their 100-point lead here. So they're kind of going through us pretty quickly too. Looks like redempts on there. I could throw my bow at it, but I think there's a bigger bow in our alliance than mine. Mine's 605 raw, but I think a couple guys have a little bit bigger one. I've already taken one Sinister 6 out, so I'm not going to really push it. I have a hard time with my X-Force versus Big Doc Ox. My X-Force lacks a little bit of red stars to nail him down. Oh, he lost a fight. Yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at is I don't. This is, yeah. Um, yeah, we don't exactly know. We're still trying to figure that out as to because we're losing some fights. Um, and I'll take this one. And it's bow versus bow. I'm bigger. I'm gonna just run my PvP, my arena build in this formation, and we'll see how it goes. He's running a fortifier on Cole, pretty much standard on everything else. All right, so I'm going to go up to Proxima, and I want to flip second, so I'm going to try to really just. And you want to use her as a primary, not a splash damage, because on his basic, Thanos' basic, it does 40 to 60%, I forget exactly what it is, and I'll show you the next ability here, more damage on the primary target. So I'm actually just going to use the basic here as well, and I'm going to get the follow-up attack from Corvus, and my goal was to get her to yellow first. So if I use her special, it wasn't going to go through that deflect and get her into yellow. So I chose the basic with the follow-up pack so I can flip second and then have advantage over the fight. And unless something really goes wrong here, I should kick their ass. So we'll see how this goes. But everything else is so far so good. It's going to plan. And I'm just going to start throwing basics in that follow-up, try to strip as much as I can off the tank and Cole. And then work over, since Ebony's low, I'm probably going to, oh, he's back up again. This taunt lasts for 2 turns when Thanos gives it to him, so you don't have to immediately taunt on Cole's turn. You can wait. I'm going to throw. I think they all have offense down, so I'm going to try to stun him. I was able to get it. A lot of times it doesn't work when she's offense down, but I got lucky there, which was nice. Their Thanos will ult first. A couple of my guys are low. It should speed up my Thanos a little bit. Yep, he's just got the speed gain, and I'm 1 turn away from my Thanos' ult. So hopefully I can get through this. We'll see. All right, and getting pretty close. I'm going to try to kill their Ebony. I knew it was going to be short, but this should get their Ebony before he can use his ultimate. Oh my gosh, he survived. Sucks. I had offense down, so it looks like he just survived with the health, just barely. Oh, he had already used his ult. I didn't even realize. All right, there he goes. He's out. And then I'll just keep working him down. Start hitting 3. There goes Proxima. And it's GG at this point. He can't win. I will taunt here. Start having him go into my Cole. And then he's got stealth on Corvus, so I can't attack him directly, but what do you know? He's a goner. Into the sweet, sweet night. Throw out the ult and auto. GG. All right, so I think I'm 4 for 4 so far. Maybe I'm 5 for 5. I might. Sometimes I forget attacks. I'll be honest. Some of the attacks just aren't memorable. They're just kind of rudimentary. Especially when you're punching down, they don't stick in your mind because they're not challenging, I guess. And you're more often like when everything goes well. I've noticed, at least for me, when things go well, I don't remember a lot of my matches because it was smooth. So it just kind of goes through your mind. But when it was like there's adversity and bumpy roads, then I start to remember how many fights I've made more because I think just naturally you remember the bad rather than the good. So okay, I made 6 attacks. I only remember like 3 of them. I'll be honest, which is kind of weird. I just don't remember these attacks. So I'm already at 8 mil, 6 attacks, 30. I might push 10 mil in this fight. I know I did X-Men, I did bow. I used my S6 power armor, and then I don't know. Did I say X-Men already? So I still have my F4. I still have my Inhumans. Still have my X-Force. So this fight will not go to. It will go 9. It's not going to go 10 because we're kicking there. We're running really smooth, I think. So I have symbiotes, Inhumans, F4, and I can throw Zemo and Ultron on a couple of hybrids. So I'm gonna destroy. I should end up with like 11 or 12 million here and 9 wins. I don't think unless I do anything too silly that they will. I'll get a loss here. It's been pretty smooth and they're smaller than we are. So for our alliance, we've got 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 defense wins, which is probably pretty average at this point, not high or low. And they've got 4. So 9 to 4, and we're punching down 4 mil. So we're running really smooth, and we just got their armory, so things are going to be harder for them. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go dark mode. I hope you like the Ragnarok arena scene here. Mojo. And that's not what I want to do. I'm going to check our defense, and I want to see where they're at towards our armory. So they're not even started on our armory. They're double clearing our engineering, and they're starting on our barracks. They haven't started on medbay either. So I think they should start losing more fights now. And I wish I could show you this, guys, but I'll just kind of show it to you. So we're running I'm not going to show you left or right, but we're running a standard triangle defense in this war. We mix it up all the time, but in this war we're using a standard triangle. They ran 2 forked or 2 lanes, whatever you want to call it. So Orfaos de Forca is running the far left and the far right. So lane 1, lane 3, and they're going down half, and then they are trying to double clear the 3rd room from the bottom, or 3rd room from the top rather, and then they ran all the way down the right side. But so they've cleared just so that I'm going to tell you how many half rooms they've cleared. They've cleared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they've cleared 7 half rooms or 3.5 full rooms. And they don't have any of our globals touched yet. And they're just starting on our barracks. And that's the only problem when you run double forked and you can't make up your mind, or you don't find a global earlier. You can waste a lot of your early attacks just to find the globals, or clear engineering or security if you hit them first and you want to soften them up. And then you're waiting on your refreshes or people to get online to attack, and they might slow down. So they're probably going to stall out here until they get the rest of their attackers online or awake. And so I'm not really sure what their thought process is, because that's why I'm moving back to offense now. I think they're going to start struggling. Anyways. We go up to, I think there was some talk after I did it. So I said it would be good to figure out what the X-23 Sonic power levels plus Red Star need to be at for Doc Ock. Generally think that next Sonic, X-23, Red Star's GS, and gear should match Doc Ock's. And I think that's probably okay, but I think it actually needs better to be stronger, to be reliable, because he's doing so much passive healing. 5 reds, 7 yellows, G14 plus, and X23 to handle anything it's designed to counter. Oh, and X23 seems to handle. Yeah. Huh, okay. Yeah, a Shadow saying he's got a 5 red, 7 yellow X23, and he's beat 550k S6 before. I'm assuming has to be with a Doc Ock S6. I don't think he means a non-Doc Ock version, but yeah, that'd be really impressive. I think my X23 is similar. No, she's not. She's only 6 yellow. I want to say she's 5 red, so I think 6 yellow, 5 red, but I'll check here in a second. Cool. Mayhem that I moved to defense for failing me snag defense. Oh, that's awesome. I think a lot of people don't realize that because they haven't seen aim on defense for so long. But if you see aim on defense in war, defenders are the hard counter, oddly enough. So I think we're just gonna run over him here pretty soon. I've knocked out my 6 attacks, so I'm actually stuck for 40 minutes in war. I can't do anything. Refills 0. So that's it for war for me for about 40 minutes or so. I'm actually out of arena attacks too. I got knocked around. I haven't been coring as much, but I'll probably core tonight, and I'll start coring every day this week just to start climbing up again, even if it doesn't give me better rank. I just need to start jockeying for position. So that's just what you have to do. But yeah, we're just going to take it the long way around this time. Hit armory, hit med bay. It'll be interesting to see where their barracks is, if they're just going all bottom, which would be kind of funny. It looks like it might be either that or else they're going left, bottom, and top up here. Sometimes people will double stack mid lane, then just hope you go on the one that's kind of empty on this side all the way down and waste attacks. Yeah, crazy stuff. And so we'll be back in 40 minutes, check on this stuff, but I think we're doing really well. Again, we've only lost 4 matches previously, and a couple of them were just big punch-ups, but I wish I could attack more. I have a lot of we have a lot of attacks or wars now that are just uncompetitive, so I'm like kind of eager to do more, but stack. Bummer. All right, I farmed him. I need to farm Phoenix. Where's she at? All right, so what I'm farming for Phoenix is this X gene, and that's for T15. Guys, I'm really on the fence. To be honest, I'm very much on the fence with the new. What do I do? Nope. Don't actually want to fight it. I've already beat this. I'm very much on the fence with the new pass, so I might buy this one and see kind of where it goes. Hopefully they change some reward structure for Dark Dimension. I agree with OMG and some other people. Yeah, he made good points about it not including enough base materials that are commonly used for everybody, not just endgame players. I think I heard him call it a Dark Dimension 4 pass, and I think that's a pretty astute name for it. I'm going to give him credit for it, so I don't want to steal stuff, but yeah, like in the rewards here for Mojo's Mayhem for this one, there's no gold. There's no gold anywhere along the 100 different things. No gold, and that's rough. That's really rough to have a battle pass like this, and they're not removing enough of the bottlenecks from us for paying $20 for this new Blitz mode. So it's not all bad. I don't mind this mode so much anymore. Not that they fixed just getting into a match, but they need to start giving us gold in here, not just a million total. They need to, like, this thing needs to provide over the course of however much this is, like 5 million gold, 3 to 5 million gold. I think would be fair, but to offer 0 gold, That's rough. Only 5 gold mats here, so you're paying $20, and then like I think you need 100 for a 6 red star upgrade. So you'd have to do that for um, 20 months, so a year and a half, and you'd be able to get a 6 red star upgrade. That's no bueno. That's not good at all whatsoever. It's dog shit. Um, so yeah, like I don't want to be negative about this stuff, but like when they just give you like an image of something that's valuable in the game, but at very low quantity, so you can never actually utilize it, it's not valuable. So like, I think they're saying, okay, this in their money terms, hey, we sell like I don't know 20 of these for $40, and people buy these things. So we're giving you like $10 of value with these tokens, for 5 of them, and I can see where they can make an argument for that. But that's for the Krakens. The Krakens are buying those ridiculously priced offers, not the average player. So the average player that's trying to look for a battle pass that is bringing value isn't buying these tokens at the valuation that Marvel Strike Force Scopely puts on them. So like I have 69, so I have to wait for me 7 months to even get a 6 red star upgrade if that's the count. So I'd have to max this out for 7 straight months. We'd be into like June or July before I'd be able to use these at the very minimum. And we have Wakanda event before then too, but like just this thing by itself in a full year, if you're going to pay like say $240 in this, I think it's a 28-day calendar, so it's probably 13. So you're probably doing roughly 12 and a half to 13 times of this a year, not just 12 because it's 28 days. But let's just say 12, just to make it easier. You're it's only 60, so you're getting in a full year. You're not even getting enough for one 6 red star upgrade out of this battle pass. That's not good enough. So yeah, they need to add a lot of silver tokens in here, and a lot of these. I don't think they necessarily need to give us 150 or enough for like a 5 red star upgrade or a 6 red star upgrade, but it needs to be like I don't know. This should be like a total of like 20. I think that would be fair. Then in 5 months you could get a 6 red star upgrade, and I think that's better, and that'd be a better balance. I mean, obviously anything better than 5. I'm just making up numbers, but like I know they're not going to give you like 100 of these things in one. And every time you do a battle pass, you get a 6 red star upgrade. That would be really greedy. But I think 3 to 4 times that amount. 4 times seems like a good place. You get 20 a month from this battle pass, and then every 5 months buying battle pass. And again, you're paying for that. You're paying $20 a month for this. So you paid $100, not just for this, those tokens, but I'd say they got $100 out of you. You should be able to get a 6 red star upgrade with that $100 after 5 months. And it's not only the money, it's the money and the time. You've given them $100 over a span of 5 months, and then you're waiting all the time building up, and then right now you only get 25. So you get 1/4 of the way to a 6 red star, 1/6 of the way towards a 7 red star. So that's not very good. Yeah, but overall, a lot of the mats are very tier 15 related, which is great for players that are endgame. And it's never bad to start accumulating these things now. But for the newer players, the rosters, this is not helping them advance their rosters very much. And like level 75, you get 5 silver tokens. Man, that's a come on, man. If I ever heard it from like Fox Football Channel 11 on Sundays, come on, man. Yeah, that one. They're very prudish with a lot of this stuff. It needs to be better. There's nothing, and I think they spread it out over 100, so it seems very incremental because they have so many different tiers, and that's part of why it looks so little. Is because they stretch it out. So like, in one way, if you just look at the icons and you don't look at the quantities, it looks like a lot. You can just keep scrolling. It looks like a ton. But when you start looking at the quantities, it's not that much. But I will say the basic is from the character shard standpoint, for folks that don't have Zemo, they are getting a decent amount of Zemo shards here just to unlock him. It's not going to be really usable, but if you need, that might get him to help some people get him to 3-star or 4-star, or help unlock him for the first time. So that's kind of nice. And the overall feel of this is nice. It just needs to be improved. It would make sense that they're going to start low and then work their way up and build it up. Maybe after if we don't complain, it stay as is. If we complain a lot, maybe they'll adjust it. Or if people don't buy it, they'll adjust it at some point. You would think. Who knows? We'll see. It sounds like a lot of people have been buying these, so that's kind of a tough sell. Hey, we're buying them in the amounts you want, but we still want them to be improved. So it's kind of like we're desperate. They know we're desperate. They're going to keep selling us at inflated prices with less value than we're hoping for. And that's just kind of the cycle we're stuck in. We're just doing a dance. They offer little, and we're chasing them. We're like the horny male in his teens, and Scopely is definitely the very knowing older college girl that's just pulling us around on a chain. It's by the neck. It's kind of funny. Glad my blitz testing of PT is Thor Avengers player out. I don't know what that means. They two prong for too long and fizzled out for now. Yeah, I agree with Night King. They two prong for so long and they didn't get to any of our globals, so they're just kind of definitely fizzled, 100%. Oh man, kids going for other huge punch ups. A 200K punch up with Zemo with the shield. Okay, I'm gonna have to check this out. As her team was really good. I squeaked by at the start just barely. Okay. So let me hop back into where I want to see this attack that kid made. Looks like we just took the points lead. They're slowing down, and we're just continuing to go. This probably didn't have to be a max buy war. We probably could have gotten away with 3, but I like war, so it doesn't bother me at all. I'll core again and start buying currency. Yeah, power armor squashes defenders, pretty basic stuff. Straight in humans, 200K punch down. Okay, but so that's proven. 200K punch down, you can beat Sinister Six with Inhumans. X-Men into Shield, punch up. Yep. X-Men into Mercs, punch down. Yep. Hydra, Zemo, and make quick work of that. I still have not built up my Grenadier. Actually, I haven't built up anyone on the team besides Zemo. Zemo's the only one on that whole team that I built up. The other ones just didn't really interest me at all. Like, I wish I was so psyched for Winter Soldier, but I had what I hope they do for Mojo's Arena or whatever you call it is they give us like a fun new scene. It seems like a small thing, but I think they need to make the mode stand out and just stop reskinning like 5v5 fights exactly the same and never twisting them at all. They need to come up with some kind of fun arena thing, and then maybe have like Mojo come in and then like talk to us during the fight, or like 3, 2, 1, go or something. Like they need to make it a little flashier with some of the stuff. But I think like some a new background map would be cool. All right, so I think I'm in. Let me go back to offers. All right, I gotta sign out. 1 second. Boop. All right. All right, here we go. Almost. I like the new scenery in the game, though. It's pretty cool. The wintry theme is I like it a lot more than the red kind of haunted approach for the game. So it's a cool vibe. This dragon looks a little strange. Not terrible. It doesn't look terrible. Just looks like a little bit like a toy. But a lot of their art looks that way. Like Shatterstar, I think, looks like a toy to me. He looks like, maybe it's just the plastic. Shatterstar looks like he could just be wrapped in a little plastic box, translucent, on a piece of cardboard, and like sold as an action figure. That's what he looks like to me. Their artwork definitely has that like action figure vibe to it. But yeah, I haven't seen a game that went so like action. It's very action figure. All Alright, so I think I'm good in arena. I'm probably going to wait a little bit. I'm going to start coring here in a bit. Everyone's going to start attacking at the end. I'll wait some more. I'm going to have to core for all my last attacks anyway, so I think I've already blitzed, so I'm done with my objectives. We're done with raids. Knocked out my war stuff. Curious about this new PvP stuff with the, not PvP, Auto Blitz sim. Curious how that goes. And this mode is really not taking that long to knock out now. It's a pretty quick thing that's going on. But all right, let me play my little song here. Do I want to run Sinister? That's the question. I will run Sinister. Why not? Match found. Okay, here we go. Chrome 2. Boom. Let's get it on. It's Mojo's Madness. Anomaly detected. Oh, man, you killed my song? I had it all lined up. I think somebody like quit like right away. I mean, maybe it's just my phone. Here, his artwork right here looks a little different. Like he's got like a wider. Oh, that's long shot. Gosh, they look so similar. Are they brothers like that? I didn't know he had blades either. I guess he's holding knives, maybe. Rejoin. Here we go. Mojo's Arena. Here we go. 411 versus 591. This is going to be an ass kicking. I'm going to place this fight on full auto. Not really. I'll go through Cyclops. Find my mouse. There we go. Just gonna start stripping Phoenix. That is a detailed description, buddy. Got it. Okay, that's interesting. That's funner. I wonder if people are getting the X-Men, because I haven't gotten that one myself yet, but I probably only got a couple. See if I can strip that. Oh, I did. Oh, this poor guy. Oh, Wolverine. Again? Really? Okay. I thought Wolverine spawned again. Oh, Wolverine! Is that 3 or 4 times? No way. That's just too funny. He's delirious. He doesn't even know what direction he's facing in. Oh. Sorry, Sophie. I'll get the tone again. Alright, that should be, let's turn my music down a little bit. That should be GG. I don't think I've seen Wolverine respawn that many times in forever. And that's kind of why I wonder why people think like Mysterio's passive is so good. It's like Wolverine just respawned 4 different times. Though, like, I think he only respawns at like 10% health, and Mysterio does like at 40 or 60. But still, it's like it's not this major gain on a subpar character. Like if Doc Ock was respawning, it would be like a lot of value because you can't kill him. But Mysterio is so easy to kill. It's like, okay, you responded or respawn. It's, you know, you just kill him again. It's no big deal. So what I'll do is like I'll run a couple of these that are serious, and then like I'll run a couple that are just like helping people get through their stuff. I've already completed all of mine, but I'm just doing this for PvP because I like it. Same guy? Oh, I now just feel bad. Okay, I'll put this on auto. Or maybe it was a different person who's all running X-Men. I'm getting a lot of combat stuff. Let me run a blitz fight and see if I'm just having a hard time. Alright, cool. I only have the one song queued up for now. I shouldn't be playing very many of those anyways. So let me, I think that sells bells, but alright, cool. I was doing that just for Mojos. And I'll kick on the regular music here. Boom. Yeah, it's a cool history with the family. I haven't read any kind of the modern comics, so I think they've been in there. They've been around for a while, but I'm not too familiar with their kind of arc. Yeah, I guess they're trying to punch across with the humans into our S6. That doesn't work very well. Which seems good. It seems to be like a matchmaking thing. I wonder if people are canceling the fights or if it's just bugged now. Gear 11 for a Hulk, right on. Trying to finish Anti-Venom to Gear Tier 11. I think Doc, I was wondering about changing him to a fortifier. I think that's why I had him highlighted. That's what I'm on the fence with right now for him, is would he be sturdier and potentially get more kind of troll D wins, especially once I start him up in the next event, as a fortifier, or just keep pushing him as a healer. I'm thinking fortifier, but yeah, I mean, he does some damage. That would be nice to move his damage up too. So like, I wouldn't hate moving him to a striker or something like that. I'm kind of easing up on the healer as like his base one. I don't know if that's as strong for him as other ones. I kind of put him on there as a neutral one because I didn't know where to put him when I first put ISOs on him, and now I'm thinking it's probably not adding as much value as something else on him could be, whether it's his um, striker for base damage increase, or else if it's Fortifier. Hopefully at some point Fortifier gets a little bit of a love. I actually don't want to see it get bumped up a ton because Fortifier could be one of the more frustrating ISOs if he was really strong in the meta. Yeah. And these are the characters that I'm trying to level up. I think I'm a ways away from 78. Don't have a ton of gold. I think I just leveled some characters up previously, or used a lot of gold last few days. So I'll probably hold off on leveling anybody right now. But I'm going to start working these characters up to 75 on my main war attack teams. And just try to fill them in so they're not falling too far behind. I know a lot of people are just going to move their main teams to incrementally 76, 77, all the way up to 80. But I want to get my baseline higher for all my war teams, my main ones that aren't going to fall off the cliff or out of the meta, and then move up my main teams up to, I don't think I'm, even when I hit level 80, there's no way I have the gear to get into Dark Dimension 4. That's just not going to be reasonable or likely. So it makes more sense to actually just, for me, start working on some other things to get them up. There's no really rush to bring up Shadow Star. He doesn't have a team in the game yet. All right, so I'll do, I'll rock some more of these fights, kind of see what I draw. I like using Sinister, but like I feel like the fights run along with him. So I'm going to try with Zemo and see how Zemo does. What is my Zemo? So he's 4 red, 6 yellow, which is not huge. I'll try him. You can see this bugs out again. Oh no, you're running a small team just to do your dailies. I'm sorry, bud. I'll try to leave her alone for a few minutes. I hope they fix the intention of this mode. I just think this is so strange. Like, you want to treat it like PvP, but then the game wants to treat it like, wants you to force, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bounce. Okay, she's really small. The game wants to treat it like a, hey, jump through these hoops, complete these objectives, spend like you know what it is. I think what they're trying to do is just get us to spend a comparable amount of time as we were from Blitz in this new mode, and that's understandable. But it kind of waters down the how good this mode is when it's not true to its own form and what it's supposed to be. It's not quite PvP. It's not quite Blitz. And it's somewhere in the middle, like where you're stuck using, like, I don't know, tier 1 through tier 6 characters, like the lower part of your Blitz, teams, with one of your top Blitz teams. Sorry, I'm not sure exactly how high the screen goes up there. My hand's probably off the screen. And like I think that's an issue with the game. It's like, I can't use like my worst Blitz team characters with my best Blitz team characters versus another team that's very super strong. And they either need to make it to where like our team always has to use, like, somebody's going to use a sub part character is required. Like, they almost have to require you to use one of the objective characters, and then they need to redo the objective characters so it doesn't include the very best characters in the game. Like, if it's just like chaos, just to be chaos, where like anything can happen, I can kind of understand. Like, maybe that's Mojo's thing. Hey, I'm gonna put you versus Superman, and you have to beat him. That's part of the entertainment. Like, you're just this ant on a hill, and he's Superman. You're gonna die. But like, don't give some people American Chavez character goal. And I don't have Zemo. I haven't had Zemos yet, but I know some people do have Zemo, and I had Emma Frost. I will say that I don't have her now, but I did. Like you give people like two of the best PvP characters in the game for their objective, and other people are running American Chavez. It's like, how many people have 100k, 90k American Chavez? They're just gonna get thrashed just trying to use her. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think this is not enjoyable for them or for us. It's like you're just trying to check a box just to get done with it. So it's just very like tedious. So I think they either need to completely make us like say you can only use this group of 30 objective characters, and it doesn't include really any strong characters. So it's just like, I don't know, like a lost bin of like useless toys that the bottom half of our roster, and we just pick the best 30 we can. Or else I think they almost need to completely redesign it. And I know they want us to use our rosters because they want us to keep spending and building them up and all that fun stuff. That makes sense. But another option for them to do is just like when you get in here, you could start with your points. At some point, you could start buying characters, and maybe like I don't know, the top 50 best PvP characters are always banned permanently until you start unlocking them. And then maybe you unlock them at a set like power range. So then once you unlock them, it's always at this flat kind of armor and power or something like that. Or maybe we only use certain like AI character. You draft from like this pool of characters, and not with somebody else, but you just draft the best 5 out of a group of available kind of like pictures. So kind of like photos like in your roster, like here, and you say, here's the available PvP tunes for this week, and you have to go through and star and pick 5 of them, and then those are the 5 that you're going to put and be on your team, and you're going to play with those. And you can change them anytime, but you have to pick from this small list of characters, and so is everybody else. And then at that point, it's more about like strategizing, finding the best mix or something like that. But like right now, like when people are trying to use, like, I think we were talking about before, like a 200 power She-Hulk or whatever it is versus 100k Zemos. I mean, I don't see where there's any kind of competitive balance or enjoyment out of that. That's rough. That's rough sledding. Yeah, real-time arena sim is, actually what I want now is I just want Blitz to go away. I'll be honest. Like, now that they're doing this and it's kind of convoluted, it's not a straightforward PvP thing. It's not draft. I think this is like piano music. It's like what nobody wanted or requested, but what we have, because it's like universally like this neutral form of like nothing. It's just kind of like some kind of soup or plasma. It's not one thing. It's not another. It's just kind of a mixture of things. And so yeah, but for now, what I'd like to do for Blitz is I'd actually like just Blitz just to be gone. And Blitz, like, I'll do it. I'll just pop, knock them out. But I don't know what the point of Blitz is anymore. Like, I don't know what the value is on it. Like, it really should probably. It's not going to go away right now. They probably do Blitz Sim, but it'd be nice if they phased it out entirely. I don't think it ever will. But like, come 2020, the end of 2021. It'd be nice if Blitz was just gone and they just got rid of it and then replaced it with a different, kind of game mode that was more engaging. Blitz will keep us busy, but at some point I think people are going to complain here in the next 3 to 6 months that it's just tedious to go through there and even have to click that many times, throughout the day. Not that it takes long or it's hard. It's just people are at some point going to say like, man, this is just tedious. Like there's nothing enjoyable about doing it. I'm just clicking a bunch of crap just to click a bunch of crap. Like, I feel like a lot of people are still going to stop at just milestone blitzers. I think a lot of people are just going to do milestone and stop even on Blitz Sim just because it's not a fun mode. And the problem isn't going to be the time investment in it. It's just there's not going to be any enjoyment with. I say that. I think it could be enjoyable from like a learning standpoint. Of like, I used to play like sim football, like in NCAA college football. There was a simulation aspect. You got to play the games or you sim them, like where you would be like the president or the chairman of the UCLA Bruins, and you'd be building a franchise, and you try to get them to be a better program. And I've done that with like Madden football back, in my 20s, a long time ago. And that was used to be fun. Like you get some beers and hang out with your friends and you'd sim some stuff, and it was just mainly just there to talk and hang out, but you're doing that in the background. But yeah, and then so that could be fun. And if they did the same thing with like blitz fights with simming, I could see there being some enjoyment out of that, where like you're kind of tweaking it. Okay, hey, this team, whatever this group of five, Wakanda can't win above in auto sim reliably above 5 or 6, tier 5 or tier 6. And then how can should I break this team up? Should I put it looks like she's almost winking now. Put Shuri over on a different team. What should I do with these characters? I think maybe there's some enjoyment with there for the sim. I think that could be kind of fun. So especially, I think there's going to be some kind of RNG element to it. But I think that could be interesting. But I think a lot of people are still not going to even want to do that. I think I won't have a problem with it. But I think a lot of people are just going to be like, they just want Blitz to be gone. Cool. All right, so I said I was going to be nice to people, so I'm going to load in a couple really easy peasy teams, and then let people walk them over, and that way they can do their stuff. I think that's a good power, like where they're strong enough so people actually can hit them more than once and use some abilities. And like 240k, I'll take Gomorrah out, and I'll throw in Hand Sorceress. She can throw some defense up, maybe like Kingpin. So I'll use this team, take her out, throw in Hand Sentry with a lot of deflects, and I'll try to help somebody out, and then let him use a lot of abilities. I'll run a couple of these just to be nice. So he's not. I don't even think he's going for objective. So I don't think he's getting much out of this. So he's probably like, "What the fuck?" So I tried to do something nice, and yeah, look at my little green guys. They even look small compared to his team. Like they just look so overmatched. This guy with like his little Renaissance church hat. Hey buddy, how you doing? You're such a good boy. I got my dog a dog bed. I'm not sure if I showed it to you guys before, but he's just chilling now. Kind of Sophie's behind's in the way, but ding ding ding. Buddy. Oh, you're such a good boy. You need Billy Wubs. You want Billy Wubs? Yeah. I'll take that off you. Okay. Darn, Sophie, okay. Oh, you're a good boy. Yeah, the dog bed was a nice touch. I'm glad I got it for him. All right, let me do a couple more because I don't think the guy was actually doing it. I'll try to catch at least one player that could use some free attacks to help them speed along. Try to pay it forward a little bit. He might be going for Captain Marvel. Yeah, he probably is because she's low. I think Captain Marvel was a bio. I don't know if there's a shield one or not, so he's probably doing it, I imagine. So I'll try to help him out. And I'm not going to play it, but oh my gosh, this Captain Marvel just nipped my character before I even got in the game. Bubbies, you think any chance, I'm not sure if you're still here, but you guys think there's any chance that Emma goes over as the unexpected quote-unquote fifth for Astonishing X-Men? That's my guess right now. Not that there's anything to that. But I'm thinking it's going to be her. I don't think he got the hint of what I was trying to do. I was trying to help him out. But he just did way man, thank you, man. Took them all out with Black Bolt. So I think he missed an opportunity there. Do I need to bring a bigger team in of like bad characters? Is that what I need to do to help them out? I guess I could. Should I just load defenders in or something like that? Maybe that's what I do. Like defenders can take a little bit more heat. F4 is probably a good one. They can probably take a punch. Throw Shuri in there. Throw Taskmaster. And throw Minerva. There we go. Maximum survivability, but not hard to beat. Is there really an X-Force objective? They're not like extremely PvP oriented, but like X-23 is. Cable gets speed, but I know some people are running like a Hydra team with them. I'll go on the barrier tune. And I think I should be getting pretty close now to get my next attack in war. So after this fight, I'll hop back in war and see if I can get my next fight. I was on a 40-minute cooldown. I already done all mine, so or next, yeah, thought so. I was looking at the clock, thinking it might be time. Is it 6:45 p.m.? I'm not sure if you're PST. I forgot where you're at, puppies. I like the beat in the song. I just don't like the lyrics. You're a good boy, buddy. ESD. So, do you like the? Does it matter? Do you like? I'm not sure if your state is daylight savings time or not. Is this a better time of year for war for you? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna beat him? Oh, come on, dude. Was he playing on full auto? I was trying to help him out. I wasn't going for knockouts. Did I? Did he take like a really low power team? Oh, I was stronger than him. So I took a too strong team. Well, I don't know. I was trying to take a little stronger so they could get some abilities off. Hopefully, I helped him out. He didn't necessarily need knockouts. I think he was going for abilities. But all right, anyways, that was my good deed for the day. I tried. Yeah. What's your take on day 2 of this Mojo stuff? Art? Feel any different about it, or it seems like there's still a lot of airing of dirty laundry in all the content creator channels I've been checking out today, and I was reading Reddit last night. It seems like there's a lot of people that are like to vent quite a bit, and I've kind of calmed down from it. Yeah, I don't blame the opinion at all, but I do want to be fair. They did quickly fix. I don't want to say quickly, but they did fix the matchmaking. So now to get into a fight, it is pretty snappy. Like you hit search and it finds you a match. It might not be a good match, but it finds you a match within like 3 seconds or now for me pretty reliably. So I'll give them credit for that. I think that's a drastic improvement compared to what it was. Man, I don't want to hit a 300k team. What's the big stuff? Symbiotes, F4, and X-Force. I know it's defense down, so I could probably run my straight Inhumans into that, or my Humans with Zemo, but kind of want to hit something more fun. I'll see what's the next team behind this one. It's probably MM Marauders, and then I can see what I have for that. Yeah, I think it definitely will be because I cleared all of the stuff. I'm not sure if you did, but I was able to clear it this morning, and I was really taking my time because I was working a little bit. But the goals weren't hard. The objectives, where is it at for the weeklies? I did the 550. I mean, I stayed up late last night doing it. I think if it wasn't so slow out of the gate with trying to find matches, in the first hour I didn't even know about that search cancel thing, so I was just wasting time trying to get a match. Like for 10 minutes, I just let it sit there. But throughout the first few hours where I didn't know what was going on, I started to speed up, and I think all the stuff, like even my objectives, and I thought wasn't even going to do the dailies today, but it gave me some decent dailies. I forgot who I had. Oh, Miss Marvel sucked. I have her like 50k. But I just threw her on the team and knocked him out. Like, I think that part's boring, I'll be honest. I think they need to make the character objectives much more fun than they are. Because right now, it's not fun to use underpowered, non-meta characters versus these hyper-strong characters that are really well built. So I think they need to find some kind of balance, or they need to reward us either for using them or find out. They need to make... They need to make it. They need to incentivize us to play it on manual, not on auto, and that means they need to make it engaging and fun. So somehow the mode needs to be engaging and fun, so we want to actually play the fights. Because if we don't give a two shits about it, and we're just gonna put them all on auto, win, lose, or draw, it's DOA. It's dead on arrival. It's a failure in my mind. These game modes, I think all they care about is probably selling the battle pass, and so that maybe selling or producing like an engaging new mode of content is secondary. But for me, I mean, as a player, I'm still obviously a player. Um, I want the game to thrive and do really well and keep giving us more and more reasons to spend time in the game, and that needs to be entertainment because that's what this is all about. So, oh, I missed it. There goes my Marauders. Um, yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, well, especially the day one because like that we did like a week's worth of objectives pretty much like in less than 24 hours. So like literally in 12 hours, six, no, like 15 hours. Like in 15 hours, I had done pretty much a week's worth of progress towards the month's goals. A little less because we haven't done all the dailies for the remaining, 5 or 6 days. But for all the main objectives, they were knocked out. So I think I only had to fight like maybe 10 more fights today when the dailies came out, 10 to 13, and then the dailies were done. So like it wasn't hard. I got Wave One Avengers. I just threw like my little 330k Avengers team together. It's pretty easy to get to that goal of 10 abilities used or whatever that was. It wasn't hard. Um, yeah, Shield. See, if I get those ones, I'm just gonna skip them. I'm not even gonna bother with those. I'm not gonna build them up. I'm on my roster to do that, And if in the future, if I know a lot of people are complaining about um, getting an objective for a legendary that they haven't even unlocked yet. I do. I don't know. I kind of feel differently about it than other people do. I definitely see problems, but I may not see problems in the exact same way that other people are, even like OMG who has listened to his stream. I think if people want fairness out of it and completely fair fights, that's not what PvP is. And a lot of people didn't like balance when balance came out, and that's as fair as you're going to get. And the game, the devs want us to build our characters up and spend money to do that, so they don't want balance just inherently. So balance is kind of out the window; it's not coming. Um, but maybe what they can do with these events and stuff they're going to do with like the leaderboards and events, maybe what they can do is have like 1 week where it favors tall rosters. I was thinking about this today. Like 1 week where it favors tall rosters, and the next week where it favors really wide rosters. So like maybe in the like this week where it's just favoring tall rosters, the people can use their same strong, super tall team over and over redundantly and get all the knockouts super fast. But maybe in the next week it favors wide rosters, and maybe you can only use certain characters like a set amount of times. And then after you use characters in your roster like 2 or 3 times, you can't use them anymore for that week or for, at least for the day. And that way, people aren't getting beat up by these massive characters. So like I'll use Black Bolt twice in a day, can't use them anymore. And now my roster starts coming down. And that's a way that it's going to favor the wide rosters who have more characters at that middle level of, power. And then they'll start to be able to find some spots to get wins and be competitive. And the guys that just have like one or two main huge teams, especially the lower total collection powers, but they're building tall, those guys will be hurt in those weeks because they're not wide. I don't know. And that might not be a perfect example. People are still probably going to hate that idea too. But there needs to be some events. And I don't think every fight needs to be fair or even. But I think everyone needs to have, like, again, like their time to shine and like a moment where they feel like, hey, my roster actually fits in right now. And this feels good. Because I've seen some of these other content creators are very focused on like matching by TCP or matching by like the team you're going to bring in. But none of that matters when you're forced to play American Chavez. Like American Chavez is worthless, fucking worthless in PvP. It has no business being PvP whatsoever. At least right now. Maybe when the new Young Avengers come out, they'll redo their team. But like, there's no point in bringing American Chavez or any of these characters. I don't mean to pick on her. I'll pick on a different character. She-Hulk into PvP. You just can't make them viable. They're too slow, and they don't do enough to earn 1/5 of your roster for a PvP fight. So, I don't quite get that, what they're trying to accomplish. I feel like they need to toss the objectives or make us use full teams. and to only do that, hey, you have to use wave one Avengers, and your whole team has to be wave one Avengers, or something like that, or give like people like much higher rewards or special rewards for using them. Like the INC either needs to like heavily incentivize people for using these dumb objectives, and not just make them like a requirement for this stuff. Like because it's not enjoyable right now. Like they need to make. I think that's the first thing they need to do is make it fun. But I don't think that necessarily has to be fair matchups because, like, again, a 500k Hydra team is going to kick the snot out of a 500k Ravager team. Like, there's no contest. So it's not just power. It's are people able to use PvP oriented teams or are they not? And if they're not, it doesn't matter what power they are. They're not going to compete with somebody that is. So here's the problem with the grind. It's a grind. Sure is. Yes, it is. It's not as bad as like shooting for top 1% of Blitz, though. It's nowhere near that, I will say. Personally, I don't think it's anything like that. But it still feels like a grind, like pushing for definitely top 5%. I don't know if it's 2 to 3 or 4 to 6, but it's probably somewhere around there. Um, yeah, and puppies. That's all I've basically done since regarding loading a team in or the best PvP characters, and I've tried a couple of variations. But besides just varying it very slightly, that's almost all I've done. Once I had my dailies completed yesterday, I absolutely hated grinding graviton abilities. It took me like 25 fights to grind it, but that's because I put them in the middle. I should have put them off on the side. Everyone was hitting auto and kept sniping him with Zemo right from the start, then ability blocking him. So it was just the dumbest thing. Like you need to hide him over on the side, and then at least make the player click off the middle, and then click on your glassy graviton or whatever. But yeah, I absolutely hated the objectives, but I didn't. I like the PvP element of it. So like, and it's not straight PvP because you're not drafting and you're not counter picking and you're not banning. But I like the player versus player interaction of the fights itself. Ooh, I don't know if I have anything for this. I don't think I do. I've got Zemo. I gotta let it go. Oh! I lied. I got X-Force. How big are they? 451. That is a big boy, though. What do you think, puppies? So I've got like a 6 yellow, 5 red X23. The 3 on the left are tier 14 dominant, and then dominant and cable are T12. Defense up. I don't want to be dumb. I'm a little worried about the 94K. I have one of the smaller X-Force on our team. If it wasn't defense up, I would have gone that. I feel like I could win that, but I'm a little worried. I don't know. Sure, he's going to throw defense up anyways. I think I'm worried I'd have a hard time getting them below 50% to start rolling. So let somebody else with the bigger one take it. Yeah, it is mindless, and that's what they need to get rid of is there's no benefit to winning or losing right now. I know they're going after these knockouts, and I kind of understand the approach of the knockouts. I think what they're doing is, hey, win or lose, as long as you kill off a character on the other team, you're making progress towards your goals too. So if you lose, they get your 5, but you knock out 3 or 4 of theirs, you're making progress. So it's not like a zero sum game. So you're both getting something. They're just getting more. So I get the idea of that, but there needs to be more benefit or more on the line. There needs to be higher stakes or something to make it to where people are actually trying or give a damn. But usually that means less overall fights. So if it's like high focus fights where you have to actually pay attention and put a lot of focus on it, that usually means less overall fights in the match. All right, 450 defense up again. I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm being a little chicken right now. Am I being a chicken? Yeah, I feel like I'm being a chicken. I can do it. I don't know. This might be a loss. I don't know. I haven't punched up. I haven't even played into as Guardians with X-Force in a while. Yeah, but being able to load in one PvP team freaking repetitively, I don't know. It is. It feels more like Blitz to me than it does PvP, just for that reason, where I'm just loading in a team and hitting auto, and that's how I play PvP. I don't actually play PvP, play the matches anymore. I just load them in and hit auto. So um, I'll be ability block Hella. Ooh, she's almost gone. There goes Hella. There goes Loki. Throw this drop on Sif. Sif or Differs. Kind of play ping pong over here. Ping, 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 ping. And then, hey, got an ability off. So I was being a complete chicken. This was super easy. There goes Thor. Even with defense up. All right. Hiya. I'll probably T14 them all at some point. I need to. I've been looking for X23 in the War Store. I haven't seen her for like 4 days, 5 days. I haven't been coring it, but it's just ridiculous. I've been trying to. I want to get her up for the next time Doc Ock arrives in the for the legendary event, and yeah, I haven't seen her, so I can go check again. I don't think she was there. Gosh, I just want to keep going in War, but they're definitely capping us. I wonder at some point they'll ever change War to be not a 24-hour event and allow us just to complete these things like in a night. Like, just make it like I'd almost prefer War just to be like 2 days a week, but allow us to go just all out. Like no stops. You can use all the attacks you can. Like no max. You can just keep buying and going, and then just get it done. And maybe I think I'm getting worse with that because I'm streaming now, and I wasn't a streamer before. But like now, I just want to do the content because on cam, and I think I find it entertaining. But if it wasn't for War, I honestly don't know if I'd still be playing the game. I just love War so much. I don't know if I love it. I like it a lot. It's kind of close. They've really slowed down. Let me go check where they're at. Yeah, 1 second. Ba, 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 ba. They slowed down. They were doing double lanes, and they I don't know if they're Euro. I imagine they're Spanish, Latin, somewhere like that. So they got our engineering, security, and barracks down, and they're started on our med base. So they're going the right way. They're taking the slow route through our defense, globals, and then they'll start working on our armory or hangar at some point after that. They're about halfway through our med bay right now. And let's take a look at the D-wins. Put the game back on. Bada bing. And let's check out. I'm glad I'm doing better this war. So I guess I don't know how many people have max attacks. Oh gosh, quite a few of us had. Yeah, not a lot. Only 7 of us have max attacks, and only 3 on my side. But I'm doing pretty good, I guess. It's kind of weird. I feel like I did a big bow fight, a 600k bow. I took one out. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised because their defense is really light. So I was kind of wondering how I got to 9 mil already because their defense isn't big. But overall defensive wins on our side: 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So they had 9, and then we took their armory down when they had 9. So now they've got up to 21 now since. So they've added 12 more. So yeah, 3 more defensive wins, and they can't clear us in the morning. And I think we'll easily clear them. So I think we're going to run away with this one. And we've got 6. So we're running pretty clean. We had a couple people try like pretty large punch ups. I know one loss. I'm not sure. I haven't really kept track of or looked at the other losses, see what we have. But they were running clean tonight, and we should win. It's a punch down. So how about you guys? Are you in a close war? Yeah, probably regarding participation rates and all that stuff, I 100% agree. That's definitely it, and I get it. They have some metrics that they need to hit in their business, and they need to make sure we're there. I just wish, and I don't even have a problem with that. I just think it would be And I don't think anyone in the player base would. I just think it would be really nice not to complain and just have it be, man, you guys just gave this new kick-ass mode, game mode that's highly engaging, and I want to play your game even more than I did before. Right on. Well, job well done. Here's $20 or whatever. Like here's the new character offer I want to buy just because I'm so psyched on this mode. And I love this game. That kind of stuff. And but yeah, like it seems like it's just more and more. I don't know. And I hate to see like not myself because I don't view myself as a content creator yet, but like OMG and Reminisce and all the content creators, it's tough to see them. They're actually bummed about it, and they're kind of sad. Like when you watch their streams, like I don't mean they're sad people, and OMG's sick, so I feel bad for him. But like they're having a hard time selling this, and like they don't want to be salty. Like they want to hype the game and be entertaining, and and see the game grow because it's their bottom line too. Um, but yeah, it's like there's just some questionable stuff going on. The Jubilee Legendary event, and then this, and both before we got Blitz Sim, no roadmap for 2021, and new game modes or stuff like that. I guess this counts as a new game mode, so it'll definitely advance. But like, no even roadmap for this yet either. So it's like, oh, okay, got it. Yeah, so I hope they give us a roadmap here at some point in December about where we're going. What's the plan for this? I'm kind of surprised they haven't like announced, hey, here's our vision for what this could be, at some point in the next year, and we're going to keep working towards it. They kind of like load a bunch of stuff in here, kind of like usually when you see this stuff that's like locked and like coming soon. Usually it's like the very start of a game and like you're level 5, and like alliance raids unlock at level 30 or whatever. So you see a lock here on this tab because you just started the game. But MSF does a lot of this stuff like with the roadmaps where we're in-game players and they're introducing stuff, but like it's hard to feel that a lot of things aren't rushed, and that's why they're not communicating much because they don't have plans put together, or else they don't want to communicate too much about it because they don't want to over promise, under deliver, and I can respect that a lot. And they could be worried about, I guess, leaks because almost everything they put out does get leaked. But it seems like a lot of their guys are probably leaking it to us. But so I don't know. I'm curious why there isn't more communication regarding real-time arena and a roadmap. Everything else is kind of par for the course. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could communicate to us and say, hey, here's our plan for the next 6 or 12 months. And maybe that happens like in February or March every year. I don't know why I thought it would happen in December, just going into the new year. But I thought it happened in December, but it might not come out until like the first quarter of the following year. So I could just be pressing on that just for my own kind of eagerness. All right, I'm gonna hop in, do a few more of these, and I guess, and I actually got some work tonight, so I'm gonna call it quits after. I'll do a couple PvP matches. And I actually got to hop offline. I got to do some work for my job. But hey, even awards now, like